Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to give you the 4 mechanisms that control your stamina and your fatigue for the mountains and for the trails. This kicks off a series of videos delving into the science behind training for trekking, trails and adventure activities. I'm here to simplify the science and give you a clear understanding of why it is that some people fatigue faster than others and what the mechanisms are behind that. So when it comes to any activity that involves a high level of endurance, basically what we want to do is endure the distance. Now the trouble is, the further that we go and the longer in time that we go, the more fatigue that we accumulate. Fatigue at the end of the day becomes the limiting factor in our endurance. Don't worry, if we understand the factors behind performance, then we can adapt our training to train for them and around them. By understanding the underlying mechanisms of fatigue, we can find ways to overcome it and enhance our endurance performance. So the first one is the performance regulator, and that's our brain and our central nervous system. You need to think of it as a control center within our bodies that determines our level of endurance and regulates our fatigue. There's a fantastic professor called Tim Noakes who came up with a theory called the central governor theory. His thesis being that the brain acts as arbiter for our levels of endurance and fatigue. And basically what he's saying is that the governor is there to protect ourselves from ourselves. It stops us from going too far and injuring ourselves. It shuts us down and slows us down before we can really hurt ourselves. When fatigue sets in, the brain reduces muscle activation, leading to decreased power output and a slower pace. And next we've got the oxygen delivery network. So your heart, lungs and blood vessels are working as a team to deliver oxygen to every cell in the body. So let's start with the lungs. While we might feel out of breath during intense exercise, our lungs are actually overbuilt for our needs. Equipped with exceptional gas exchange capabilities, they've got the surface area of 1/2 of a tennis court. Our lungs ensure efficient oxygen transfer. Okay, let's talk about the ticker. Numerous studies have shown that our heart's pumping capacity, that's what we call stroke volume, is the primary limiting factor in the body's ability to deliver oxygen to the cells in healthy individuals. Our stroke volume and the changes to our stroke volume are very trainable, which is excellent, but there are some limiting factors, and those are predetermined by our genetics and then also our endurance-based history as well. Training your heart to increase your stroke volume can make a significant difference to your performance out on the hills. If you're enjoying this, please do make sure, smash that like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button as well so you can get notified every time that we send out a video. Let's explore the aerobic metabolism system, okay, also known as the oxygen utilization system. So why is oxygen utilization so important? How does it affect our endurance? This system determines how effectively our body utilizes the oxygen that's delivered to the muscles. It's like a well-oiled machine that transforms oxygen into energy, thus powering our movement. Improving the aerobic quality of our muscles actually enhances their ability to utilize oxygen more efficiently. And this means the body can generate energy for longer periods of time, postponing fatigue. By applying the right training stimuli, we can train the aerobic qualities of the muscles, directly impacting our endurance performance. Now, in another video, we're actually going to deep dive further into the metabolic pathways and really get into the weeds on how we can improve that performance. Now, the last mechanism is our muscle structure. This is the place where everything comes together. Our brain, through the motor nervous system, controls the muscle fibers, how they're recruited and for how long. So different types of training have a different effect on different muscle fibers, and this in turn has a massive effect on how you respond to endurance. Long duration training primarily enhances the aerobic qualities of slow twitch fibers, whilst your short high intensity sessions, they mainly hit your fast twitch fibers. So understanding this interplay between fast twitch and slow twitch, between aerobic and anaerobic, has massive outcomes on your performance and is crucial for optimizing your endurance. And with a bit deeper understanding of these 4 mechanisms and what goes into them, we can build a really solid foundation for us to build a program around our trek, trail and adventure activities. So remember, endurance training is all about building resistance to fatigue. It's about pushing your limits, getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. This is not smashing yourself Goggins style, but it is about building for the level that's right for you, Goggins style achievements. Effective training stimulates adaptations within these interconnected systems. But you've got to be careful. You can't focus on one area to the exclusion of the others. If you do, that can lead to diminishing returns. Remember to keep training across all 4 areas. If you do that, you're going to keep on progressing, you're going to keep on improving. Hit that like button, make sure you hit subscribe as well. If you've got any questions or thoughts, do leave them in the comments below. I answer all questions and I will get back to you on it. And remember, I'm here to support you on your trek, trail and adventure activities. Look out for our next video where we're going to be delving into the metabolic pathways and how they affect our endurance.